Hey guys, Brian from Progressive Force Concepts here with a new drill for all you guys out there. This one's called Eyes on the Prize. Logistically, there's a bunch of things you're going to need for this, so pay pretty close attention to the list. You're going to need no targets, you're going to need no ammunition, you're going to need not a range that will accept or endure live fire, 360 fire. You're not going to need a live fire shoot house. You're not going to need any of those things. What is this and what are we talking about here? This addresses something that's one of our pet peeves and in many regards is actually different from a lot of things that a lot of instructors recommend. And this is the act of pistol practitioners that constantly, perpetually take their eyes off of the threat or the threat area or the target or the downed or incapacitated adversary to look at their holster to put their gun away. Let's analyze this from a few standpoints. Number one, if it is looking down at your holster in order to put the gun away so you can find your holster, that carries no water because we know that you just drew the firearm out without looking at your holster. So there's no reason to look at it. We drive cars all the time. We don't look at the brake. We don't look at the gas. And why in the world would I need to take in and look down at a holster that's on my hip that I put onto my hip in order to find that to put it away? So that's issue number one. Another issue that comes into play is the issue of entanglement in equipment. I've heard that as an argument before. I'm looking down so that I can safely reholster. If that's the case, that's unacceptable as well. You're the one who's carrying the gun. You're the one who chose that garment. You're the one who might have bungee cords, 550 cord, pasta, keys, who knows what that's in your way. If you have that, control that. Get rid of it. Get it to go away. Another argument that comes into play is this allows me and enables me to holster faster. That argument also doesn't hold water. Why? Because as we ask with everything that we do, can you do it in the dark? Can you do it on the run? Can you do it injured, bilaterally, etc.? Sometimes the sun goes down and we can't actually see. No one's going to sell us otherwise on this argument for a few reasons. Number one, we've been up close and personal and seen lethal force have to be used when individuals taking a bad guy into custody took their eyes off the threat. In fact, one of our associates just several days ago was taking a bad guy into custody who had been armed with a knife, and that guy had surrendered and dropped his knife. And at the crux moment, the critical moment of apprehension, what did he do? He went for a second weapon, an additional weapon that he had spirited away on his person. So had those officers not been exercising good tactics, head up, eyes up, aware of the area, aware of what's going on in front of us, they might have been seriously hurt. Unfortunately for the bad guy, it didn't work out his way. What we know is that keeping those head and eyes up isn't going to hurt us. Now, some people might wind up fishing for that holster 5, 6, 7 times. Our philosophy on that is, at first you might fish for it a couple times. 5 turns into 4, 4 turns into 2, 2 turns into 1, and then 1 ultimately turns into none. Keep our head, our eyes up, and on the prize. You might not thank us today, but who knows, one day it may come in handy for you. So stay safe, give this one a try. You can do this dry, you can do it with a revolver, you can do it concealed, you can do it open, you can do it appendix carry, you can do it with a ballistic off-body bag like we advocate and recommend. Any one of these will work, but let's keep those head and eyes up and actually where they need to be on the road, on the ball, in the fight. Stay safe.